Hello and welcome to our brand new World Cup daily show, World Cup Today.
Now the Mohammed bin Salman and Vladimir Putin of today's show, and myself, Ben Snowball, Tom Adams next to me, making this rather awkward bald looking fella in the middle, Gianni Infantino. Welcome, Gianni.
So the idea of World Cup Today is that we're going to be bringing you the biggest talking points, the biggest debates. We're going to look at the players who are making a name for themselves and earning big transfers, looking ahead to the games of the day, all the action still to come, and surveying some of the reaction on social media and getting your questions as well. So follow us on Eurosport_UK on Twitter. Send us any questions you have, we'll try and answer them. But we're going to kick off today by looking at the big controversy that's overshadowed the start of the tournament, the absolute nonsense going on with Spain and their managerial situation.
So Group B really kicks off the World Cup today. We've of course got the massive clash between Morocco and Iran, but just after that, another big match, Portugal v Spain. Now the match has been overshadowed by the news that Spain decided to sack Julen Lopetegui 48 hours before the match, and it's sort of left the Spain camp in complete disarray. How do you see it, Tom? I personally think it's a ridiculous decision.
Well, I think no one can deny it's kind of the big controversy that's overshadowed everything so far. We can see from his press conference yesterday when he was unveiled as Real Madrid manager, in real surreal scenes, he was kind of brought to tears.
Just look at those tears.
He was talking about, he said losing the job was the saddest day of his life after his mother died. So no one can deny there's a kind of element of personal tragedy to this. But also I think there has to be legitimate criticism. This has been terribly handled by Lopetegui and Real Madrid as well. All leaked out in a complete mess a day before the World Cup started officially, and in fact the Federation only found out 5 minutes before Real Madrid made their announcement, so it's been a farce really from start to finish, and honestly I don't blame them for sacking him.
But if you're Lopetegui and Real Madrid come calling, they've just got rid of Zidane, or Zidane's just left rather, what are you meant to do? Real Madrid, you're only going to get one shot maybe to be offered that job. You've also got a chance to lead Spain into the World Cup. He's probably thinking he can keep it under wraps. He knows if he comes out and says it to the Spain Federation, it will get leaked anyway. So he's sort of caught in a difficult place. Yeah,
but I just think the way it came out, it's such a snub to the Federation. It kind of made them look ridiculous. And it's a big decision for them, because if things go horrendously wrong, and there's no guarantee they will, they've got Fernando Hierro who's come in, he knows the players, he knows this kind of stage. So I think it could work out, and if there's one team that can kind of stomach this kind of thing, I think it's Spain. You've got guys like Sergio Busquets, Andres Iniesta, David Silva have got 100 caps, Sergio Ramos has got 150, Piqué's 2 away from 100, so they can sort of manage themselves in a way.
Spain are known for inner turmoil. My opinion is that Spain aren't going to get out of this group, and if they do, then they'll go out in the last 16 then.
Now, throughout the tournament, here at World Cup Today, we're going to be looking at the players who are making a big name for themselves, potentially earning a huge transfer once the tournament has finished. Our inspiration for this is, of course, James Rodriguez from the last World Cup, who made such a big impact with Colombia that Real Madrid paid an obscene amount of money for him. It didn't quite work out, but we'll overlook that. So introducing the Jamesometer.
So the star of the first game was undoubtedly Alexander Golovin. He played a starring role in Russia's 5-0 win over Saudi Arabia. 1 goal, 2 assists, and that kind of took social media by complete surprise. He did, well, he went viral, didn't he?
He did, and so he is taking pride of place as our first person on the Jamesometer. Now we're going to change it as the tournament goes, so if someone comes in and scores a hat-trick, they'll go above him, but for the moment, this guy's number 1.
We should also just add the caveat that Saudi Arabia were absolutely terrible, so by no means are we endorsing a big money move at this stage, nor are we saying that anyone's actually heard of him. I mean, I think we'd maybe heard of him in passing, but let's be honest, no one's actually seen him play before yesterday.
Well, I have actually seen him play. I saw him play for CSK Moscow against Arsenal last season. He scored a beautiful free kick, and he did exactly the same yesterday. And what really impresses me about Golovin is
beautiful free kick, the goalie ran across the line.
Still, you've got to put it in the right place, and it was right in the corner. But this guy's delivery is fantastic. Both the assists were crosses for headers for both the Russia goals. And he's involved in all the kind of build-up play as well. He looks a really clever player, looks to have a good understanding of space. He started wide, and then when Alan Jagoev went off with that unfortunate injury, which looked like he'd been shot in the back of the leg with that hamstring, which would probably rule him out for the tournament, Golovin was moved central, and I thought he really impressed actually, really eye-catching. Cheryshev scored 2 fantastic goals,
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, he was the standout player. I mean, the Cheryshev first goal is better than his second goal. The second goal, you're just hitting it, and it looks good because it goes into the top corner. No, that's completely right. The first goal is he's just done such a clever touch. He's taken 2 Saudi defenders out of the game, albeit they took themselves out of the game by sliding in, and then hammered in the top corner.
But for the purposes of this segment alone, where we're looking at players who are going to earn like a huge move potentially to a club like Real Madrid, Cheryshev's already been tried by Real Madrid. He's 27. He's kind of been cast off. So I think if we're looking at kind of a player who can make a big leap up, then this is the man.
So Tom, we've got a big decision to make. Should we do another show? Now we're going to evoke Antoine Griezmann's message to the Atleti fans and say, we're staying. We're going to do another one. We'll be back tomorrow.